Hello and welcome back to Frostpunk 2. So we're continuing on, we're on week 196 now, we've got quite far. And it looks like we're about to really make some progress with the story here and start finding a fuel source. Ooh, several thousand more people live among us. I think, did we bring the small fishing village in? Nope. Oh no, it is, that's the expedition to there, so... No, that's the fishing village. Where did they come from? What? Did everyone just suddenly shag a lot? Who knows? Right. All I know is I'm gonna build that sawmill now. In fact, how many materials? 390,000. 260 odd. Right. This one. Mechanized sawmill. Right. Research Institute is active. This is ticking away. And we'll build the mega hothouse next. We've got an absolute war chest of heat stamps. We've got a very good amount of prefabs. We just need to turn that into stuff from now on. Right. $30 materials. Excellent. We now need... Actually, we're on 91%. Right, let's see what we can do with the workforce we've got. Oh, that's point left. Alt economy overlay. What would that do? Ah, so that just turns that on. Okay, so if I go to like... Ooh. Interesting. So we can do different overlays. And we've got some things here. What are these? I'm just now like looking at the bits of the UI that I've not been looking at this entire time. I'm just noticing like, ooh, what's this? The world has changed, but not the people. The old social order has always been the glue that has held us together. It will keep us together still. With tradition as our foundation, we will rebuild society. And then there's reason. So it's our progress towards each one. So there's reason and there's tradition. Right, we're kind of going equally on both. Equality and merit is a bit more equal. Progress is well ahead from adaptation. Right. Does anything happen when we get to the end? Zeitgeist city direction. You can monitor Zeitgeist today, describes direction of your city on 3 axes. The laws you pass, buildings and choices you make, they all impact the Zeitgeist. At the same time, your communities have a natural tendency to favour some solutions over others. Your relations with them will change based on their views and aligned with current Zeitgeist. The more you develop the city in the direction they support, the more positively it affects your relations. These are now at 34%. New Londoners have gone down a bit, so the newcomers that are coming in are mostly Frostlanders. So they've gone up. Stalwarts are 20%. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe some of the new Londoners have moved over to the stalwarts. Right, let's have a look. We'll construct some of those new hothouses then, shall we? Advanced biowaste hothouse. As I suspected, it requires cores. Right, which food district is the best? This will last for 488 weeks. 188,000. Similar amount. So that one or that one would be a good prospect. 229 over, like that's got tons left. Absolute metric arse tons worth. And we can expand it into there. But it's... So why can't it expand into... enough tiles? Ah, because there's only 2 tiles. Ah, I see, I see. Right. Frost break there. So we'll just turn this into a mega food district. This will be mega food 1. Spencer Junge. Pipe fitter. Install a filter between a heat pipe and a machine's exhaust. Done. God, what a moronic waste. Those weak-hearted fools have made us spoil this system with filters, and for what? Some old geezer can wheeze a few more years, so consumptive brat can suck up resources till the inevitable occurs. If they're to die, let them get on with it. Life sustained by machines is not worth living. I take it they're one of the pilgrims then. Right, is the overdrive... Yeah, it's getting a bit much. We're gonna need that heat source soon, so it's getting pretty dicey. This'll solve the... yeah, the hunger problem, but not much else. That sawmill has put us right into surplus.
Your apprentice from the dangerous aspects of your job. This is how they learn.
We're now making a massive amount of food. And we still need... so we need some houses, and we're going to need some... yeah, we've got other problems, so this is empty as well. Right, we can demolish. They'll be done in 4 weeks. Okay. Mechanized sawmill, and let's build a factory. So this is for goods. This is for either prefabs or goods. But this requires cores. and we're going to need housing. So let's get on with our next housing project. Right, hang on. Need a lot more as well. We can probably wrap this one around a bit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's easy 6 in there, isn't there? Right, that should work, and then we need the workforce to build. To just build then. Right. Right, that should also reduce heat demand. So everyone is now housed. And everything is producing a surplus. We just need fuel. Are those prefabs out? Right, there we go. Right. So everything's stable, we just need fuel, which we can't get here at the moment. Unless, can we get something here? We could go with charcoal plants, but I don't think that's going to last forever. What else is there? Frostland as well. Logistics base, scouts headquarters, harvester hangars, skyways. Let's see, housing blocks. Subsidised housing blocks. Good. More shelter. Workplace requirement. Or just regular house. Oh, dense housing block. Gives more shelter but increases disease. Or just, let's see, a regular housing block that gives 10 shelter. Maintenance duty. There's not really any. Unproductive, do maintenance. Materials demand is slightly decreased. Production efficiency is slightly increased. Materials demand is significantly decreased. All do maintenance. Or the unproductive do maintenance. We're trying not to go with the pilgrims for a while, so let's just go with this. Right, that's... we're researching something there. Also, if I grant them the agenda, Oh, that barely nudged it. Community service expedition support. Don't we already have a community service law? Community service society will be under. Or not. Rural? City, maybe? Community service. Yeah, city development efforts. Well, I'm not going to do anything with that.
The delegates have spoken. The law is tabled.
Right, oh well, your law didn't pass, but they're slightly happier with me. I want to get to the point where we de-radicalise them. Where we de-radicalise the pilgrims. Repair and watch. Imagine a society built on technological advancement. On one-upping inventions, on pushing the boundaries of mechanical knowledge. One day we could not only rebuild automatons, but improve on their design. Make ones more suited to our needs, ones that never break down, small as a watch. I could be living in the city that pioneers these efforts one day. So we've made a step towards progress. Apparently. We might be getting that oil soon enough. Right. In the meantime, yeah, the coal is really getting to us. We're probably going to have to put the generator back onto overdrive. Come on, let me click on it. There we go. Yeah, we're going to really need to... because we are getting problems here. Stockpiling, lovely. Let's speed things up. Yeah, people are registering as sick. The desolate coast has been explored. So, let's have a look at the other things there. Mangled cart. Among debris in a mangled cart, we've found an old navigation log. We can't wander forever. If we can only get through this canyon, then we can set up a permanent base next to the oil. It holds a large number of cores. 5 teams can salvage the cores. Over here, a tank filled with oil hangs in a narrow crevice. It will be dangerous to extract without specialised equipment. So mountaineers or regular workers. So eventually we get mountaineers then, which I'm presuming will help go through all this. Right. But for now, the oil dreadnought. So we know what this is. You can even recognise on the picture. Oh, it looks like that bit that was hanging in the middle as a bridge has finally collapsed. A ruined machine lies across a crevasse. Wagons spilled into the nearby snow. There are clear signs that people have come and gone from the site, even storing goods here. But what amazed our scouts the most is the huge quantity of readily available oil. It could be the fuel source we've been searching for. We'll be able to build a new colony on this site. Oh, I guess it would just collapse in that picture then, the middle bit. Right. The old tombs. On the broken shore lies an old derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run on oil, as it rests beside the rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station. But deep in the black pools lie rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in the still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs, but we would have to desecrate the graves to access them. Well, if we don't access them, we die. So, boop. Create a colony on the old dreadnought and connect it with a solid trail to New London. Only then can the supply be assured. Hang on. Right, it's there, so... Okay, I guess it's this middle pin then. Right. So we can't go through unexplored territory. But we could... Ah, you have to like put pins in these points. So that's going to be 25 cost 5 prefabs. That's nothing. There. Here, 3 weeks. Barely any cost associated. Do it. And this we can salvage for parts and we'll get 3 cores. That's an excellent find. Right, we're sold. Transfer at least 75 oil output. 75? We need a bit more than 75. Jesus Christ. How much is that going to give us? Construction required. 20 Frostland teams required. That. Send colonists. Okay. We're going to need cores. We're going to need prefabs. We're going to... Right, we've got the prefabs. We've got plenty of prefabs. I'm guessing then we upgrade this with like a bunch of pumps and just start hauling loads back. Right. Let's speed ahead. Coal will be out in 45 weeks.
Has been opened. Report for amputation without delay.
Yeah, these are becoming problems. Squalor, disease. How's a squalor? Ah, right, so the materials we've got plenty of, but squalor's being caused passively by just, yeah, okay, and people are now freezing to death, right. Generator, get it on. That's not much better. Ugh. Right, let's have a look. What can we do here? Society, hubs maybe, fighting, maintenance, air transport, medical. I think Frostland? Let's have a look at Skyways. Unlock Skyway connections which can be built to allow transport of more resources from colonies and outposts. And yeah, they all just want Skyways. Okay. Scouts headquarters. There's Survivalist headquarters or Scouts headquarters. Exploration time is decreased. Territory threat level is decreased. Territory threat level is decreased. Exploration time is slightly decreased. So the survivalist ones are straight up just better. Okay. Logistics. So logistics bays give you extra scout teams. So Vanguard logistics bays are automated. They require more workers but give you more teams. This requires fewer workers but gives you fewer teams. Harvester hangars. Aerodrome from which harvesters are dispatched to Frostland to make sure every last bit of food is extracted and brought in. We're not having any food problems at the moment. But skyways and logistics bays could be a big deal. Resources, charcoal plants, which have coal output. Charcoal regeneration plant, facility that uses a mix of wood combustion and natural bacteria to produce coal substitute. Okay, so 20 material requirement. These want the same thing. 20 material out requirement. This gives more coal. This uses less workers. Squalor is slightly increased. Disease is slightly increased. We're having problems with squalor at the moment. Maybe we go with a charcoal regeneration plant and we'll do it with the Frostlanders to keep them happy. I think we're going to need one. We've got severe tensions.
Steward.
Prosthetics. Mass-produced goods. Steward, a young engineer, has brought us novel designs to mass-produce prosthetics with minimum amount of resources. Manufactured in standard sizes, they would allow maimed workers to get back on the saddle in no time. Sure, they won't be the sturdiest, but they'll cost practically nothing. If one breaks, folks will quickly get another one. Should we allocate additional materials to our industry to use these designs? Increase material demand, but increases the percentage of active workers. Relations slightly improve. Sure. We've got some spare materials at the moment. And we've got a bunch of additional workers now. Right. Now we just need the ability to get more, well, fuel. Send colonists. Go. You can transfer resource and population between a colony and a city. To send resources, open the panel of a chosen colony and specify the direction and amount of a specific resource shipment by adjusting the sliders. So New London, Old Dreadnought. Oh wow, so it looks like we're going to be managing multiple places. Sending resource supply is limited by the shipping capacity. It's displayed on the panel for both sides of the transfer. To increase shipping capacity, you can research and construct skyways. We can do that pretty quick if we want. You can click Meet Demand to prioritize fulfilling demand of a selected side of the transfer. The Meet Demand button appears when you hover over the cursor of a resource category, in which one side has a demand for the resource and the other has an output. In the case of fuels, heat demand is one that can be met. Make sure the generator is turned on. When it's deactivated, you cannot meet its demand by resource transfer. If you have stockpiles of a resource, you can send it using the Send Transport button. Okay, so there's a whole thing to this. The button appears when one side has an applicable stockpile of at least 5,000 resources and the other has enough capacity. The resources will be moved from one location when you click Send Transport. Right, so we can send resources between the two, basically. To send people, open the panel, choose the column to specify direction. You can find information about total population that will be moved. Okay, so we're going to move people over eventually. We're literally going to transfer stuff over. We might be a bit late on this, I hope not, but... $8 weeks. Oh. It's getting bad. Oh. Has it taken off the heat demand for now? Growing. Diminishing. 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 This needs to be repaired. Prefabs we have. Repaired. Done. Stockpiles are being filled. There you go. Interesting. We've nearly got material surplus. Right. So we've got notable cold, but it's stabilising. Is this meant to have gone from the centre of the screen at the moment? It's pretty bad. Ooh, the stalwarts aren't totally happy with us anymore. That's a bit concerning. It's probably because of the severe tensions and things. But yeah, if we just... Yeah, if we can just regain trust, get the cold down, basically things will just stabilise as soon as we've got a bit of a colony set up here. Let's just plough through. Ooh, that's going to be painful. 100 odd throws to death. Heat demand has decreased. We've entered a warmer season. Thank God for that. And this... Construction time, 15 weeks. You agreed to allocate materials to mass production of prosthetics. Factory worker, changing her broken prosthetics hand. That's the second one this month. Thank God I always carry a spare, and I have 3 more at home. That new Grossmith design is a bit flimsy for my taste, but at least we no longer have to wait around. Hell, the whole city could lose a hand and we'd probably still have some to spare. The stump hurts, though. I ought to massage it more often. Dangerous levels. This'll hurt. Oh. Oh, we entered a warmer season. Of course. Thank Christ for that, right. In like 207, in week 270 it'll be worse. So thankfully, I do wonder if that's like part of the game, but it goes down to just -30 for a while. No, off. Jesus Christ, right. Odd weeks. Can we not fill the workers? Right. Oh, we've got some repairs we need to do here. Right. Let's turn this off. And let's build here a mechanical factory. Because we have a massive surplus of materials. We do not need... You know, we have that stockpiled for... Yeah. It will last for 74 weeks in the stockpile.
Do not complain about maintenance duty of the unproductive.
How are we doing? Construction time 15 weeks. Acquired steam core, 20 scout teams, 100 prefabs. I think they're doing that, aren't they? Is it the workers I don't have? Oh, the entire UI just went for a moment. There it is, it's done. Right. Visions of the future. Everyone in New London is waiting the moment we get a steady supply of oil. So many fears would vanish, dreams made possible, but those dreams seem to be diverging. Stalwarts paint visions of an eternally warm New London, as warm as only the eldest among us remember. But pilgrims want to use this newfound power to reach out and settle remote places on the Frostland, making it our own. Both factions are thinking how to use the oil when it reaches us. When it does, we will have to decide. And here we are. Oil Dreadnought Furnace. There we are. We now have 2 colonies. That's an interesting direction they've gone in there. So we now actually literally have 2 maps that we have to build 2 cities on and keep them connected. Let's see what we've got here. So there's still the oil. What would have been cool is if they'd have kept like what you'd done. So if we saved the seals, if they were still here. Right, 5.5 million oil. 5.5 million oil, 5.5 million oil. My god. Abandoned huts can give us prefabs. Right, okay, so immediately... Right. Frostbreak. Let's put some around here for housing. And we'll put one up here so that we can keep the extraction district a bit... In fact... Right, we'll do that. We'll get to frost breaking. Oh, and we want to... Frost break out here. I don't think there's any benefit to having houses around here, so we're probably going to do this. We'll put houses around this and around there. Right, how do we get... So we need to start getting the oil. Right. I think we can put a pause in it there though. I think that's a good point to stop for the day. And for the episode, we've got sort of a colonist community now here. So we're going to have different communities arise in this location. Right. Now I'm guessing they'll probably want to keep the oil for themselves. Possibly. We'll have to see. And there's a location here called the Meadow. And I guess as soon as we start researching into Frostland tech, these dangerous locations will become a bit more safe, and the deadly locations will no longer be so deadly, I'm guessing. And it looks like And there's the graveyard here. This is safe. Coal materials. Coal. Ah. Right. We'll have to see how that goes then. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been Frostpunk 2. And we're going to have to see if, yeah, we're going to have to get this oil pumping over. New London requires, how much do we need? Like 300. And hell, when it gets to here, we're going to need closer to 750. It's going to be a ludicrous amount that we're going to need. So yeah, we need to get that pumping over. We're going to want oil on every single one of these. One there, one there, one there. We're going to want it immediately. As soon as this is done frostbreaking, we frostbreak out to more. And start building the districts, because if we have not got that done in the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at a colder season. It's going to drop to looks like -40, and we're going to have some real problems at home. So we've got a time limit on this. Right, that'll do for now though, and we'll do that next time. I'll see you then.